Hello students. Today I think this would be our last video of the series which we were taking up, that is money and banking. In last video we discussed about your quantitative and qualitative measures of credit control, and almost I think one topic of quantitative measures we had finished. In this video we are going to discuss about your qualitative measures. We have a different kind of measures are there in qualitative measures. First is margin requirement, second is moral suasion, direct action, and credit rationing. Now this is different kind of techniques which are used by RBI, because directly it doesn't relate to that your volume of supply, means your money supply. Indirectly what RBI do, that RBI tries to convince commercial bank in different by taking in different kind of steps, that moral suasion is there, direct action is there, setting the limits of the commercial banks, and setting the marginal money. So we start with marginal requirement. Margin requirement means when the commercial bank give loans on the basis of some gold or some securities, the loan provided is not exactly equivalent to the value of gold or security, so that there should not be any loss to the bank. It means that if you are, let's say, taking loan from bank, that by pledging your security, you can say that your Madhut Finance is there. There are number of other banks are there. Once you are just keeping your any kind of security to the bank, means once you are pledging that security with the bank, that it doesn't mean that by checking that market value of security, bank will provide you the same amount of loan, means equivalent to your security. No, because bank just take care of that loss in case your market value goes down. If we talk about your Madhut Finance or any kind of other institutions, like they are giving gold loan, let's say you are going to bank said that we will give you security loan on security by just keeping that margin as 20%. So let's say once you give that security to the bank check the market value of security. Let's say your security which you are pledging, let's say gold is there, that is 12,000. Bank will say that we will give you loan only up to 80% of your security. So loan value is 80% of security, means 9,600. So it means your margin becomes 2,400, means 2,400 you will not get this 2,400, means you are given a security to the bank, but your loan amount is always less than the security value. This is called margin. Why bank are doing, why RBI are taking these kind of steps? Because to control the money supply. Let's say how bank or how RBI controls this by using this step, margin requirement. It means if, let's say, bank increase this margin money up to 30%, it means now you can take only 70% of this amount. So 70% means 8,400. So it means increasing the value of marginal requirement, decreasing the value of money, decreasing the value of loan. Automatically less loan comes into the, less money supply comes into the market. Once money supply goes less, automatically inflation goes down, because inflation means higher demand. Once people are people are purchasing more goods, why they are purchasing? Because they are having enough money. Once money comes back to the RBI, automatically your money supply contracts, which means which controls on inflation. So these kind of techniques RBI used. Second is moral suasion. Moral suasion means RBI try to request, try to persuade, try to cooperate, ask to commercial banks to cooperate with the RBI to controls the money supply. So moral suasion is, you can say that sometimes to control credit, the central bank has to adopt the path of moral suasion and publicity. The method adopted by central banks to request, persuade, and advise is called the moral suasion method. In this way, in this method, what bank do, that RBI do? RBI try to convince, RBI try to just this you can say that emotional atyachar and all. RBI tries to request and persuade and force and try to make commercial bank emotional that you should participate with us to control the money supply in the market. So this method also used by RBI to control on speculative and unproductive activities. Next is direct action. Once we know that let's say once we request to someone else to don't do this with me, but that person if doesn't listen you, then what you'll do, you just take direct action towards that person. This is called using of power and actions. So if RBI feels that persuasion, cooperation and force commercial banks to just help us with to control the money supply is not working, then what RBI will do? RBI take direct action towards those commercial banks who are not cooperating. So this is another policy used by RBI. Last is credit rationing. Credit rationing, basically rationing is called limits. You heard about that rational behavior of consumer, which means that limited resources, maximum satisfactions, each and every one wants to get. That is called rational. So credit rationing is called limiting. Once RBI use this method to cover that money supply, to control that money supply for inflation as well as deflation and other kind of market situations, to make the price stable in the market, what RBI does, that RBI limiting the loan availability for commercial banks. Once RBI set the limit for commercial banks to give loan, automatically the money supply attracts, means sometime it goes up, sometime it goes low according to the policies made by RBI for credit rationing. So this is called rationing of credit. So these kind of methods are called qualitative measures. I hope you understood. And after finishing this, let me just compile what we did in all the videos. Let me give a summary for that. Once we start this chapter, we know that money. So I just made this mind map for you to make convenient you that to understand easily that full chapter in one way. Money, with it we just did the definition of money and money supply. We know that M1, different kind of measures are there, M1, M2, M3, M4. M1 is called CU plus DD, means currency plus demand deposit. Demand deposit, we know that your net demand and time deposits. M2, not time, sorry. M2 equal to M1 plus saving deposits with post office. Once we add a time deposit, means fixed deposits, it covers our M3. This is called saving deposit, means saving account and current account we include in demand deposits. But once we add time, it becomes M3, third measures. Fourth measure is called once we add total deposits of post office also. This is time deposit of commercial bank. This once we add post office also, but except NSC, National Saving Certificates. National Saving Certificates, we know that those kinds of instruments which basically public use to get your taxation rebate. It is called fixed rate of interest is there, and rate of interest is taxable in NSC. Then we did credit creation. Credit creation means 2 points are there in credit creation. Your initial deposit, because your credit creation based on your initial deposit or primary deposit. Once you multiply initial deposit by 1 by LRR, it becomes your total credit creation. And we know that money supplier and LRR, or money supplier and credit creation, there is a direct relationship, but LRR and credit creation is there a indirect relationship. Means if your LRR goes up, automatically your credit creation goes down. But your money multiplier, once it goes up, automatically your credit creation goes up, because there is a direct relation between money supplier and credit creation. Then we did two components of LRR, CRR, SLR. SLR is called statutory liquidity ratio, which means that commercial bank has to keep this amount of money with themselves. in the form of liquid assets. Liquid assets, we know that short-term assets are there. So then we did CR, cash reserve ratio, fraction of net total demand and time deposit with RBI, 3%, 18%. I think you know that I just took you to the RBI websites. Then we did that. Then we move to your commercial bank functions. In this, we did about different kind of functions performed by RBI. First is authority of currency issue, because we know that wholly solely in charge of that issuing currency is RBI, except that government of India issue the 1 rupee note or coins. Government bank is there, bankers bank, lender of last resort. These are the called different kind of functions performed by RBI. This we did. Then at last we just reach to monetary policy. Monetary policy means where RBI tries to control the credit, means your money supply. To making this possible, there are two tools which are used by RBI. One is quantitative and qualitative. In quantitative measures, we have bank rate policy, open market operation, legal reserve ratio, repo rate, reverse repo rate. Bank rate policy means increasing in bank rate to check on inflation. If you want to control that inflation, then RBI increase the bank rates automatically, which contracts the credit to customers, because commercial bank credits contracts automatically. Commercial bank tries to give less loan to the customers, automatically money comes to back to the RBI. So this is called, once you check on inflation or to contract to decrease the money supply, bank rate increases, otherwise it is decreases. Open market operation with it. Open market operation means what RBI do? RBI purchase of securities. Security means government securities, like your treasury bills, and gilt as securities are there, which gives fixed rate of interest. Purchase of security to check depression. Once RBI controls on depression, means try to increase the money in the market. RBI purchase the security, then gives money to the government. It means in the market money goes up, so automatically your overall demand starts increasing. It is called to check depression. To check inflation, sale of securities there. Then legal reserve ratio, rise in rates to check inflation. If RBI wants to control on inflation, RBI tries to increase the rate. Then reduction in rates to check depression. Then same as repo and reverse repo rate. So this I'll share with you mind map also. So I hope you people understood with all the things. Try and check the videos and listen it carefully. Once you feel any kind of problem, any kind of issues there you want to ask me, then you can comment on that. Otherwise you can personally calls to me. I'll definitely answer. I hope this covers you, this provides you a lot of benefits. Try to comment on the video. So once you give positive or negative, automatically by getting feedbacks we can try to improve ourselves. So thanks a lot. Bye bye. See you next. Thank you.